Welcome, Sentient Sessions, court back in session. I have a message for you. Are you ready for it?
I'm a sentient being, absolutely divine, with a mind that transcends linear time. I know that within the
and the song that's playing is Sounds of Blackness, Optimistic. And the first thing I want to say before I pull the cards is I feel like life will test your resolve like hell. Like, life will test your resolve. If you say you're confident, there's no way to actually know how confident you are until you hit your lows. Because are you going to love yourself through your trials? Are you going to love yourself through your tribulations? Honestly, life puts us in a position where to truly get that thing that we desire within ourselves, to truly test and change our self-concept, we're put in positions where that self-concept is put to the test. Because it's easy to love yourself when things are going well, but to love yourself when everything falls apart, that is a different type of strength, confidence, faith. The song is optimistic. Bum, 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 bum. Never say die. Can you be grateful even when things don't look the way you wish them to? Because I can promise you there's always something to be grateful of. And it's not to say to ignore your feelings. In the midst of sorrows, you can't see up by looking down. No better day tomorrow will bring. Hey, you hear the voice of reason telling you this can never be done. No matter how hard reality seems, just hold on to your dreams, yeah. Although it seems you never win, you can always pass your test as long as you keep your head to the sky. You know, you can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. You know, when things go left, right? The first thing we think to want to do is just like give up on everything. And we feel as though nothing is possible. We feel as though our trials are much greater than us. And sometimes it is. Sometimes things get hard, things crumble, things make us feel as though we have no control. But when there is no control, the only thing you can do is choose you. The only thing you can do is do what resonates with your soul, with your heart, with all. The only thing you can do is choose what resonates with you right now. If everything is outside of your control, the only thing you can do is do you. That's what I'm saying. Although it seems you never win, you will always pass the test as long as you keep your head to the sky. You can win as long as you keep your head to the sky. Be optimistic. I think I'm gonna use these cards instead. And I'm gonna read the cards for it. Yeah. Be optimistic as long as you keep your head to the sky. These flew out. I'm gonna do these again. Oh my god. I'm gonna just choose it. Okay. I'm gonna put both of them down. Make that. So here's what we have. I'm gonna read out the whole table. Someone you know, show compassion, gratitude, rich, stop worrying, speak life into it, we work in, relax, stay aware, recovery, it's a gang of stalkers, wants to fuck, being judgmental, eat well, allow guidance to come through, abundance, positive intention, energy of sign, they lying bad, go to the event, Pisces. Be optimistic. That's the song. Be optimistic. As long as you keep your head to the sky. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, love yourself through your trials. Show yourself compassion. There's so many things that's outside of our control. And the only thing you can do from something that seems to be a mistake is learn. Literally, the only thing you can do from being at your bottom, being bottomed out, is to learn from it. There's things that I've learned at my lowest that I would have never learned when things were pleasant and peachy. And, you know, like, there's things that I've experienced that if I hadn't been through them, I wouldn't have been able. I love the song. So stop worrying, speak life into it, show compassion, we work and relax. You alone. You say you will be my God. Oh. Now I'm in your presence to have my own motion. You will carry my load. You say you will be my daddy. Okay. So, like, relax. Like, the only thing that you can do when it seems as if everything is out of your control is to relax, is to hold on to your faith and to continue to speak life into your plans and your goals, to have gratitude for the things that is and the things that's to be, you know, and to remain aware of the shifts and to continue to learn from the trials. Abundance is a mindset. It's not a physical thing. Sometimes in order to gain spiritual wealth, we have to lose our physical wealth. And I always reference the story, like, my friend has this tendency to speak on the story of Job. And I've taken that from her of just like, in order to regain and maintain and strengthen the connection between yourself, between the higher self, between, you know, your spirituality, sometimes it means to be stripped down to your nothing, to be stripped down from everything you've had in order to learn, so that you're able to strengthen the next time around. I've had cycles of this. Like, I've been down and out, and then things have turned around, and I've learned from that, and then I will lose something if I want to shift the area of my life, and then again, I will, like, let's say I'm trying to make a shift in terms of, like, career. Sometimes I experience the lowest of the low in order to get to exactly where I want to be. Recovery. I'm going to read that right now. Because of my troubles, they say I would never ever make it. They say I will be where I am. But I will not move by what they say or think about me at all. I keep looking to the help. From whence come my help, Lord? My help comes from the Lord who made the heaven and also, like, I would say, like, if you're going through it, listen to, like, uplifting music, do things that make you feel good, balance out the, like, when you have nothing, the only thing you have is the relationship with yourself. Really, when you lose it all, the only thing you have at that point is you. Are you gonna lose yourself too? You are your most prized possession. You are the most important thing that you have right now. When everything crumbles, if you lose yourself, you've lost it. You've lost all of it. You've lost much more than the material shit that you have. You've lost much more than the ideas you wanted to bring to life. You know? Bum, 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 bum. So, recovery. Lilac offers detachment as you allow yourself to see the big picture. What once may have been in immaturity is now about growing into a partnership with spirit. Step back and allow the angels to bring healing to you. So again, stop worrying, we work and relax. Allow your strength to be renewed. Allow your strength to be renewed by continuously following your guidance in regards to how to maneuver in the relationship with yourself. Because like, at the end of the day, this material shit is fleeting. It doesn't last. Nothing lasts forever. Everything is temporary. Anything can change at any given moment, but the only thing that can be solid within your life is the relationship you have with yourself. That is, in my opinion, true abundance. It's a gang of stalkers, wants to fuck, being judgmental, allow guidance to come through, go to the event, energy of sign. So like the song, what basically she's saying is like, no matter how her trials are being perceived, no matter how off path it seems that she is, the only thing that can redeem her is from this song, God. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, it's like I feel like God is within. So nurturing that, nourishing your spirituality is the only thing that can redeem her, the only way she can hear the guidance that she needs in order to rebuild, you know? Regardless of what is thrown her way, no matter how it seems, she knows that that abundance is there. So that's basically the song. Allow guidance to come through. You gotta let your guidance come through, and then I'm gonna read abundance. And this song, I love when this playlist made it. Never could have made it without you. I would have lost it all. But now I see how you were there for me, and I can say never would have made it. Abundance, gold coins, the abundance card. Gold represents the power of the mind to choose. One choice may be wise, the other foolish. Choosing well may involve temporary sacrifice in order to gain your desires. Remember that you can always make a choice. I promise you, like the one thing that I will say, like I will read that one more time. Gold represents the power of the mind to choose. One choice may be wise, the other foolish. Choosing well may involve temporary sacrifice in order to gain your desires. Remember that you can always make a new choice. Again, sometimes when you need to change direction, sometimes when you need change, it takes that losing everything in order to truly understand what is necessary for yourself. You know what I'm saying? You get stripped down to the basics in order to see yourself clearly, in order to see your flaws, in order to see your mistakes, in order to see your strengths. Nothing tests your strength more than being at your lowest. Nothing tests your strength more. Never would have. I'm stronger. Timing. Everything is within timing. your trials are temporary as well, as everything is. Where your material may be temporary, so are your trials, so are the experiences that you're having. The only thing you can do is strengthen yourself, is connect to yourself, is to love on yourself continuously. To love yourself as you at your lowest is to rebuild a life that like fits you more. Because everything that you thought you needed in order to feel contentment is tested, it's lost. So you find true contentment within. And that reflects outside of yourself. And sometimes in the lowest, sometimes in the moments where you feel like there is no sunshine, where there is no sunny day, where it's only rain, it makes you feel as though there's nothing. It makes you feel as though you're being consumed, that you're in the belly of the whale. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you feel as though there's nothing. But things can turn around in a blink of an eye. Just as you lost everything in a blink of an eye, things can turn around in a blink of an eye. You have to love yourself through it all. This journey of self-love isn't about like creating a life that makes you willing to love yourself. If you can't love yourself, if your love is dependent on the things that you have, if you only can validate yourself through your experiences, and you can only validate yourself through what can be perceived as abundance, then you don't truly value yourself. And I get tested. It gets tested. It gets tested. He's the worst in me. The song is The Best in Me, Marvin Sapp. Positive intention, energy assigned. They love him. They lying bad. Pisces. This Pisces full moon is shaking shit up for a lot of people. I ain't gonna lie. It's all the illusions of who you thought you were. All the illusions of all you thought that you needed falls. It crumbles. It's not real. You gotta see the best in you. Surround me. Only see the worst in me. He saw the best in me. You have to see the best in you regardless. You have to love yourself regardless. You have to connect to yourself regardless. Because that's the only thing you truly have. That's the only thing you know to be real. Life shifts a lot. Tomorrow will not look like today. Next week will not look like last month. You know what I'm saying? Things are continuously changing. You are continuously changing. Your life is continuously changing. But will the changes shift the relationship you have with yourself? Will the changes bring out the worst of you or the best of you? And even if it is perceived that the worst of you has come to surface, are you going to love those parts of yourself? The word, now we got isolation and workaholic. So isolation, a childlike playfulness is hidden under Sapphire's serious, elegant exterior. This card denotes wealth and an ability to do anything well. Trust and loyalty are indicated. Sapphire also has a great capacity for healing. Again, isolation. Sometimes the true change only comes from looking within, from those moments of being sometimes The truest healing comes from those moments where you're alone with yourself and your thoughts, where you're sitting there and you're spiraling into the deepest parts of yourself, and you choose in those moments to give yourself love. That's healing. When you're able to see the worst parts of yourself and choose to love yourself through them, when you know your flaws and you can still give light to them, when you, through all your darkness, you can still see the light in them, that is the truest healing. We are all flawed, and we have all had experiences that have fucked us up. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. We've all had those experiences that leave us feeling disempowered. True empowerment and reclaiming your power comes from saying that that has happened to you and you have become this because you've molded yourself to be so. Workaholic. Here, the earthy brown of creation mixes with inspirational violet. This card indicates one of the most powerful manifesting energies. Now you are very prolific. If what you are creating stalls, you may need to recharge. Know your limits. Isolation and workaholic, they came out together. So, sometimes you need those pauses. Sometimes what you think is your downfall is just a rest period. Sometimes what you feel as he saw the best in me. But yeah, sometimes where you feel like it's your lowest, it's just you laying in the floor in the dark. You being able to just experience yourself in your wholeness. We fragment ourselves. We fragment ourselves in the experiences that we currently have. When everything is put to a pause, and when everything feels to be stalled, and when everything feels as if it's not going in the direction that you have planned it to be, sometimes it's just a period to recollect. It is your season to recollect, to understand what you need moving forward, to understand what truly resonates with you, because this society will tell you what you need. Do you truly need that? Do you truly feel as though that is what makes you whole? It doesn't. We fragmented ourselves in all our experiences. You aren't who you are when you're at this environment as you are when you're in this environment where you are at that environment. So when all of that cuts off, you find out who you truly are when you're whole. And you can present that self to the world again. So relax. You don't know what's next, but the thing that you do know is that you have you. That you are deserving of love regardless. To feel that you are deserving of love regardless of where you are. To feel that you are deserving of love regardless of what mistakes you've made. Recollect yourself. And why do I have this just weird feeling? Okay. This is a very specific message, and it's just here. But for some reason, I just caught the vibe that I'm talking to somebody in prison or in jail. You made your mistakes. I kept thinking about that today. You've made your mistakes. You've made your mistakes. It doesn't mean that you're less deserving of love. Your mistakes were made, but you can rebuild. I've gotten the opportunity to experience somebody who went to prison, who came back and rebuilt her life completely. And I'm very proud of her and grateful for her ability to bounce back in that way. So understand that your life doesn't end. Like, your life does not end. Your life only continues. You have the choices to make. You make the new choices. Your choices can be empowered. Take the time, use the time to reflect, to understand Things are hard, and that's something I won't understand. But you're deserving of love. You're deserving of love through your mistakes. You're deserving of love through your trials, through your tribulations. You're deserving of redemption. Nothing is the end of the world. And I can say that from my own experiences of like when things fall apart, it's not the end of the world. I've fallen apart a couple times. And I won't understand this level of falling apart or containment but you're allowed to recover. So that was the Sentient Sessions. Thank you for being here. The song that came on is Grateful by Hezekiah Walker. But remain there, present. Be present with yourself. All right. Thank you for being here. Sentient Sessions.